The following rules will govern all play for the Ultimate Frisbee tournament this spring.
All Ultimate Frisbee games will be played at the Far West Fields on field number 13. A game shall be played by 2 teams, each consisting of not more than 7 players. In co-rec games, the number of men and women on the field shall not differ by more than 1. Each team must have a minimum of 4 players present to begin the game. If a team does not have 4 players present within the 10-minute grace period, the game will be declared a default. Players may substitute after a score, halftime, timeout, or to replace an injured player. A player shall not wear anything that may be dangerous to him or herself or another player. Jewelry, watches, metal cleats, caps, and bandanas will not be allowed. Shoes must be worn. No sandals, 5-fingered shoes, boots, or bare feet are permitted. All teams are required to provide matching colored team shirts in the color of the captain chose during pre-registration. Players will not be allowed to participate without a matching colored team shirt. The game shall consist of 2 consecutive halves of 20 minutes each. The clock runs but may be stopped due to injury or delay of game by a player or team at the discretion of the intramural sports supervisor. The halftime interval shall not exceed 5 minutes. If a game ends in a tie, there will be a flip of the disc. The overtime period shall be 5 minutes. If at the end of the overtime period the score is still tied, there shall be a reflip of the disc and the first team that scores shall win the game. If a team is ahead by 10 or more points within 5 minutes left in the second half, or any time thereafter, the game will be declared a mercy rule. Players are responsible for their own foul and line calls. If a player disagrees with a foul call, the play is redone. Players resolve their own disputes, but if a protest occurs, the protesting team must call a timeout and contact the IM supervisor on duty to resolve the protest. The protest procedures listed in the intramural sports policies must be followed. The disc may be advanced in any direction upon completing a pass to a teammate. Players may not run with the disc. A disc may not be handed from player to player. The person with the disc, known as the thrower, has 10 seconds to throw the disc. The defender guarding the thrower, known as the marker, counts out the stall count out loud. Each time the offense completes a pass in the defense's end zone, the offense scores 1 point. In order to be considered a score, the player's first point of contact with the ground must be completely in the end zone. After each score, the ends of the field are switched and the scoring team throws off. When a pass is not completed, example out of bounds, dropped, blocked, or intercepted, the defense immediately takes possession of the disc and becomes the new offense. There is no offsides rule in intramural sports Ultimate Frisbee leagues. No physical contact is allowed between players. Picks and screens are also prohibited. A foul occurs when contact is made. The player who has been fouled is the only person who can call the foul and must announce it by calling out loud, "Foul." If the offensive player is fouled, possession remains with the offense. If the defensive player is fouled, possession changes after a check. The marker must restart play by touching the disc in possession of the thrower. If the marker declines the mark, the thrower must put the disc on the ground and call "in play." A violation occurs when a player violates a rule. These rules include illegal guarding, tripping, stripping, double teams, etc. Any player recognizing the violation may call out "violation." The disc is brought back to the spot it was when the violation occurred. No change of possession occurs. This concludes the Intramural Sports Ultimate Frisbee Captains Meeting. The Captains Quiz, found on IM Leagues, must be completed with a score of 80% or higher before a team can be created. Feel free to contact the IM webmaster at imsports@recsports.wis.edu with your questions or concerns. We wish you the best of luck this season.